And a lot of the people that I've talked to that are born the same way I was have that same pressure. It's also the reason I don't like the term miracle baby. You know, a lot of people say like, oh, this is my miracle baby through IVF. I'm always, the one in the corner that's like, ooh, being called a miracle is like a lot of pressure. And I don't particularly love that idea. I just showed up on time. I didn't really do anything. Like I didn't perform the procedure. I wasn't a doctor. I'm just here. And so now, like, what I do with my life is, up to me. But if I have to be your miracle, that's like a lot. That's heavy to me.
Yeah, I can imagine. And it's just probably a lot of kind of responsibility to put on somebody's shoulders.
Absolutely. Because I had so much press attention my whole life, I also went through the machinations in my head of, okay, I need to be articulate. I need to be polite. I can't be seen as a brat. I'm representing like basically an entire population that's born the way that I was. And I don't want to misrepresent those people. I'm really cognizant of I'm a spokesperson for these babies that were born after me. Most of the people that I've talked to that are born via those technologies also feel that way, because as much as there are so many IVF babies roaming the world now, there are still people who have never encountered somebody who's been born through this technology. And so therefore we all kind of feel like we're the reps. We're the shining example that you have. So I better not screw this up.
Doing this day in and day out, you don't even really sit down to think about those little pieces, and it's not little pieces, but those parts of somebody's experience. It was just like, well, we're here to help people have children, but you don't really think through what for that child, what that actually looks like long term, as far as holding that responsibility of how did I get here on their own shoulders.
Yes. And often education. How to explain my birth so young is because I was always being asked about it. And so I better get the terminology right or explain it in a way that isn't wrong. So often we're seen as the educators as well.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about the technology part, because obviously we know it's changing fast. Now we have things like AI and, genetic testing and all of the things that your parents didn't even probably know existed or was going to be part of the creation of this world. How do you feel about the direction we're headed now with all of these new tech changes?
I'm such an open-minded person when it comes to all these reproductive technologies, because I got here through an unproven, as of then, technology. So I am probably the most open-minded person. I feel like anything that we can do to improve outcomes, patient care, and the industry as a whole, to lower costs and better care, I'm all for.